So, when employers think about recruiting, they tend to think about more. More people, more choices, more recruiters, and more systems to search for talent. Others have that same mentality when using a dating app. Stay with me. Both recruiters and dating apps help us to find people, right? They may not always be quality people, but they are people nonetheless. Both recruiters and dating apps are really helpful resources for us. They're great tools, but they can be viewed as tactical, time-consuming strategies, especially when they're only helping your cause on a surface level. So when that's the case, it can result in you feeling false advertisement or buyer's remorse after you get really excited. Yes, we found a match! And then realize that person doesn't really come across the way their profile does in real life. So it's back to the drawing board, and it's a vicious cycle. I'm sure you guys have heard this before, that within 6 months, employees make their decision if they're staying or leaving. And I'm sure you've also heard that this decision is highly correlated to the relationship that they have with their boss. Leadership development is your secret sauce to the retention strategy and also what's alluring to those out there in the talent pool. It's twofold. Now, the problem is that most companies believe in poof management. Poof, you're a manager with no formal training. Yikes. Leadership and its relationship to strategic recruiting starts with you looking in the mirror. So, I want you to think about the best boss you ever had. Think about the best boss you ever had. I bet you had a really great relationship with them. They took the time to coach, mentor, develop you based off their own experience. In short, they actually gave a damn. And that felt nice. Now think of a boss that sucked. I bet you come up with this one a lot quicker. You didn't have a relationship, you had a relationship. The job might have been okay, paid well, but you didn't have confidence in your leader. That boss spent no time on your professional growth and didn't place emphasis on your personal value, and that hurts. But I bet it made it a lot easier for you to leave. So that type of thing happens enough, and now we have prospective talent swiping left on that organization, if we go back to the dating analogy. And left is bad, just so. So we're all on the same page. Left is bad, we don't want to be left. So one more scenario. So put yourself on a dating app. This is theoretical. Some of you guys literally already reached into your pockets to get your phone. I see the wedding rings. Put yourself on a dating app, okay? Pretend your picture is up there, your summary about how cool you are. It's good enough to attract people, right? Of course it is, just like your company website or the spiel that you have your recruiter use. But what happens when these people get to know the real you? What's your depth? What's intriguing about you that keeps them coming back for more? What's so endearing that has them running and telling all their friends how lucky they are to have found you? Those are the types of things that we need to consider when we talk about recruiting. Basically, it's not them, it's you. So I'm going to give you 5 things that every company could be doing better or differently to help you with your retention strategy and also help you out there when you're recruiting and trying to attract talent. Number 1, conduct an employee engagement survey. What do they want? What do they need? We can offer all the tools and resources, but they're only effective if they're applicable. So why don't we acknowledge where we are and figure out an action plan on where we want to go next? Number 2. Conduct using a behavioral assessment tool, like for instance the predictive index or the DISC profile as good examples. Leaders need self-awareness to best lead, and behavioral assessments are a really great starting point in how we behave and communicate, where we can find those strengths and opportunities within ourselves. Number 3, promote training for professional and personal development. Being the best that we can is all about continuous learning, right? So talk about partnering with an online learning platform or a certification association, even creating your own internal training. Number 4, apply for a Best Places to Work award. This one's really easy because there's so many of them out there to choose from. Now, you might not win, but it shows that you care by even considering it, and now you have something to aspire to. And number 5, use quantitative methods for accountability like 360-degree feedback and goal setting. Being the best that we can be is all about encouraging feedback and amending our development plan as we go. That's the foundation of talent development. So, recruiting is not about more recruiters churning through more people. It's about finding depth in your leadership strategy that makes what you already have going on inside so irresistible that you have top-tier talent lining up, knocking on your door, and begging you to come inside. It's not going to happen overnight. It's one of those marathon things. So that's why it's important that you start now. So use something from my list to take forward as one step today, and I'll leave you with this. You cannot half-ass your dating profile and then get upset when the only people sliding into your DMs are stage 5 clingers. Your goal is to become a magnet for the best and brightest talent out there. Thank you.